afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Pearl Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1-1 own Lost Glider. In the north, it is Pineapple, the fruit dude, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the... let's just go with 327th Infantry, shown here with Osttruppen Doctrine. With Panzerfaust, Panzers and machine guns there, that's got Osttruppen, obviously, entrenching tools, artillery field officers, supply drops, and the railway artillery support. To the south, it is Micmillan2, fighting here for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Comrade Stalin, and the 32nd Tank Corps. And we got their mechanized support shock rifle and got motor with triple infantry bulletins there for Micmillan, heading straight west with engineers, the east with the conscripts, Dub Pioneers, and Osttruppen out here for Pineapple, as is clearly showing no signs of fear towards any sort of scout car builds there against them. Typically, again, you have to less worry about the Wehrmacht. Of course, they know you're going for Osttruppen, they're likely going to hit for it more specifically, but of course, in this case, Micmillan does not know. Alright, second some squad out here for Pineapple and the German army, also moving westwards there as well. Pioneers moving straight for the centre, sandbags up there. Swift advance here by the German army, so it looks to occupy vital territory against the Soviet advance. Also very big and sincere thanks to Garth for his generous donation to the Propagandacast. Allow me to keep doing what I do on a daily basis, so thumbs up to you, Garth. You're part of my company heroes. Remember, you too can donate and support as well, besides Garth, it is the Propagandacast, by donating by PayPal or Pledge and Patreon. Links in the description. Of course, a big thanks as always to my patrons supporters, who are certainly also great big helps in allowing me to do this. Back to our regular schedule action here. We got Triple Osttruppen and Double Pioneers here for Pineapple. We got Pioneers to how to work with Bart 1 sandbags, nodding up. He's slaying them here because thing is, if you just lay one layer Bart wire here, your opponent can still actually get the cover bonus. That's a bit of a weird, I guess, engine oddity. So by laying down double strips of wire there, he effectively makes it a bit harder. This still apparently looks like he might still get some of the coverage again. It's a bit weird. But anyways, also members Pioneers going for the country in the southeast. In the west, we got more swimming in there, working together the fire team there. Good work. Fourth conscript there for Micmillan. Comes with the Pioneers to go for the car front. Quickly disrupting here. Pioneers closing with support from the Osttruppen. They're up close. It may not quite work as well there for the Pioneers. The conscript still taking damage. Got a fourth Osttruppen out here for Pineapple, putting there 2 Pioneers and 4 Osttruppen. Lots of infantry though. Yeah, the Pioneers about to get wiped out here. Pineapple clearly was not paying attention. Oh, no, he gets... Oh, I was about to say he gets lucky. Then Lady Fortune intervened to make me look like an idiot there. Or at least wrong. Grand Western Point there. So 1 Pioneer squad short. Of course, he still has plenty of Osttruppen. Conscript holding up behind here, trying to bait them into a position where they sort of get up close and beat them. And Pineapple's hoping to, like, bait them out there. So it's a bit of mind games. So we got Pioneers going for the car front here. Coming under fire from the conscript. Conscript opening eastwards. Up north, we got engineers into the building there. Gets the Osttruppen there. Back here at the base for Micmillan, we got Molotovs up. Probably, yeah, Molotov against the Osttruppen. They're getting still caught up in it. So they're doing a lot of damage to force where they come, but they're taking a lot of damage themselves as Pineapple is still understand the fire, perhaps as punishment for not serving the fatherland faithfully enough. Osttruppen basically ignoring the engineers, better than, you know, trying to spend time and all that on that. He just moves straight for the fuel point instead. Good maneuver there, I think, by Pineapple. It's got Osttruppen the church ready to reinforce the western side if it becomes necessary, move eastwards. Do we have any tech up there? Yes, indeed, here for Pineapple. As for Micmillan, we got medics on the way there. Very good for him. No doctrine yet. Those sandbags there being laid down. Both sides. Very good. Also a bit of barbed wire ahead of time. They're using, of course, the entrenching tools laid on the barbed wire. Or maybe there's barbed wire from Micmillan. Either way, the Osttruppen squad routed here. Caught a bit awkwardly there. Probably should have the other Osttruppen squad lay helping with the sandbags, to be honest. But all right. Charging forwards there. Also doing what they can, but they end up retreating. Squad in the church remains in position. Back here, bunker up. Medics on the way there for Pineapple. Controlling up, they could try and push towards the centre, push harder east, as right now the eastern side is wide open. Back here, troops to go once more for Micmillan and the 32nd Tank Corps as the 327th Infantry Division reorganises and prepares for the next big push. Apparently, the Osttruppen are hiding in the bunker. Who knows why? Maybe, most likely, just a misclick there from Pineapple. No. Oh, there we go. Do get the like to make a nice company. I clearly spoke too soon. Also, there's the conscripts. Also there, flung through one of the windows there and lighting everything on fire, forcing Pineapple's men to evacuate the premises, as they are not flammable or inflammable. I think they're not flammable. They are flammable. They're very flammable, if anything. Particularly when doused in whatever the stuff in the Molotovs. Come down and say for the Osttruppen. I'm being routed there. half-take out there for Pineapple. Looks like he's going to go for a fire of his own. Potentially, that was just going to reinforce us with the front line, which can also be quite potent. Of course, if you back up it does make you like getting some really bad engagement, just beat yourself out. Sandbags here by the Eastern Fuel Point. Good work. Pioneers managed just the nick of time to halt the point that being neutral. Of course, still pop Molotovs there to flush them out. In the car point, we see now Micmillan got control of map versus Pineapple. The lack of MG42 makes time to stall down his opponent. Of course, the Osttruppen are nice in some ways. Of course, they're caught in a bad spot. They can't really hold the line either. Right now, Pineapple's got next to no map back. And he's clearly expecting the flamethrower to turn around as he's upgrading him with the Flam Panzerwagen upgrade there, the flame projectors. More sandbags there from Micmillan. Very thorough sandbagging there from him. Osttruppen from the other side. Of course, again, without cover bonus, they are very, very bad. There you go, Flam Panzerwagen, there you go, rushes in, and that causes him there to retreat, as obviously he has no way of stopping the Flam Panzerwagen. He doesn't have tech, so he doesn't have like any serious anti-tank counters either. We could see him force either go for mechanized support here, or Guard Motor. Most likely Guard Motor just for the Guards Rifle to help deal with the flame for half track. Always significant to Russia. A field gun our way, though, currently being harried here by the Flam Panzerwagen, unleashing a torrent of fire and death. And there you go, country rushing it with anti-tank grenades. Better damage there to the flame for a half-take. And on the west side, we got Osttruppen pushing for the car upon there, laying down sandbags. Very good work there by Pineapple. Back here, troops feeling full sync for Micmillan, supporting company almost under Micmillan and the Red Army. Flam Panzerwagen there being rolled back over here in Pineapple's bait. Nothing further going on. He may, of course, also just try and tech ahead. Bit more risky, but certainly has bigger rewards there versus Pineapple. Very aggressive plays from both sides so far. Neither side just getting complacent. Sandbags on the west side. Very good work there by Pineapple. He could also go for the artillery field officer support his troops. Not a bad idea. Also gives him a bit more of an assault element, plus smoke screens. So an artillery field officer could be a very good investment. If they got Panzer Grenadiers, also a very good investment. Certainly you want some assault infantry to really carry the day there alongside the Osttruppen. Since again the Osttruppen are most assuredly not assault infantry. Looks like we got Micmillan then lining up for a big assault here. Stacking in by the eastern, or the western, the cuff on there. Control there, getting some good hits in the Osttruppen there. Other squad moving up westwards. Panzer squad they're almost done here for Pineapple and the German army. Conscript retreats into enough. Maybe a misclick there by Micmillan. Can't rule that out. Assault continues in the west. The very quick shift in the balance of power here, as not long ago, Micmillan was holding most of the map, and again, without account of the flame for a half-take, he suddenly found himself being pushed back. And that's only one thing the flame for half-take can be good at. Like, if your opponent lacks any countersuit, it is an incredibly powerful tool that can just swing hard against your opponent. They can just quickly decimate entire infantry units in dark in position. Of course, as soon as any resistance appears, it does also very quickly crumble. So, it's a high-risk but high-reward unit, if you will. And sees more or less usage now, though it still sees some usage in Osttruppen heavy strategies. Back here, healing enforcement. You got supply drop here for Pineapple. Likely it's going to be a rush then, besides this. Got machine guns, got the anti-tank guns, of course, got fuel and munitions also being dropped in that provide his forces with more momentum. And there you go, some light tank out. Very good time to pack 40 there, since he's going to need it. Pucks it in with the conscripts. Reclaiming the east, as Micmillan is reclaiming the west from the fascists. T7 moving up, the Panzer could be wedged in a bit there. Flanking the conscripts via the church. Good work, there we go. Molotov here being held through the windows, Panzer popping out there. Probably through the wrong doors, they're about to run into the T70, and there we go. Maxim pulling up through Micmillan. Micmillan clearly confident in his T70 with a flamethrower, after he's more worried now about the infantry and wants to put an end to that. They got mines on here, good spot there by Pineapple. Barbed wire there as well, very good. Flame. Of course, he's going to need another layer of barbed wire to really make that work. T70 destroying the sandbags there, removing any edifice of fascist construction there from sacred Soviet lands. Sandbags up here. Back here we got troops reinforcing. MG34 is now good to go for Pineapple, bringing him at least one machine gun. Pack 40 being held forwards there by the Osttruppen, and the far south you've got the Osttruppen as the Flame Engineer squad. Out of cover, though, the Flame Engineer should be able to deal with them quite nicely, since again the Osttruppen can't hit the broadside of a barn from the inside without any cover. Flank Panzer going for the conscripts there. We got the Pioneers nearby with the Minesweeper as well. T7 moving ahead here. Up north, Pack 4 being hammered out of the conscripts. T7 going here for the flame for half-tech, engaging aggressively with his forward family guns. Still on a doctrine here from Micmillan and the Red Army. Far west, we got double Osttruppen as the constant heavy cavalry. Both the Osttruppen are also in heavy cavalry, so they should be able to win that engagement. That may take a bit of a while here. Southwest, troops advancing. T7 continuing to blast away. He's obviously checking for mines there. Not bad. He should be a typical spot to be mined for Telemine, to be honest. Of course, this is also one. We'll have to see if he's ready for that one. If he just assumes that there's nothing there, then there's obviously not going to be anything there. Counter there being rounded by the Osttruppen. Again, just sheer numbers here, playing out nicely for Pineapple and the Red Army. And the T70 hit the Telemine. A stinging blow there to Micmillan and the Red Army. As the T70 is torn asunder. Nice win there though for Pineapple. Osttruppen immediately going straight for the fuel point here in the wake of Micmillan's left collapse. Very good there. Micmillan certainly took a bit of a hit there. He's in a bit of a tighter position now, having suffered significant casualties there. And of course, lost significant ground to his opponent. Meanwhile, Pineapple, of course, taking advantage to further take a hit there. And will likely try and rush out the support McCall. We'll have to see what he rushes out from it. Micmillan there, quick to hit his opponent's fuel point, denied to him as well. For a brief while, very good there in return. Divisional gun there almost done here for Micmillan and the Red Army. Flam Panzerwagen once more on the move, and Micmillan, of course, as always, in a bit of an awkward spot against it. He could try and ride and you're hit with anti-tank grenades. And he's going to need more than 2 to take it down, but even then, might be a bit close. There you go, Control almost walked up. Plus, still got the Panzers doing heavy damage, so he's not. Fortunately, going to lose in conscript there, which would certainly put him in a bit of a tight spot there further versus Pineapple. We got Troops expressing the center with the maximum. In the west, we got Flames dealing with the Osttruppen there, backed up by conscripts. Very good. This is 3 divisional field gun there, ready for Micmillan and the 32nd Tank Corps. Back here in the base of Pineapple. The tank is down, he just needs to like build it. Flam Panther only moving repair. We got 3 kills, close 32 on that one. Pioneers had to work there, welding up everything and also hoping they don't ignite the fuel. Additional little fun fact about the flamethrower half-take. They actually had 3 flamethrowers, but the third one was actually meant to be wielded by someone on the ground within, sort of had a sort of flamethrower, but with the tube attached directly to the flamethrower half-take. So a little fun fact there about the Flampanzerwagen. Troops are reinforcing, getting ready. We got down south here, Panzer laying down barbed wire. Of course, part of entrenching tools allows the Panzer to lay down defences, which is actually rarely utilised, but it is noteworthy there. So, thumbs up to Pineapple. Flampanzerwagen, though, may have just burned its last. It's run straight to the field gun. Nope. Terrain in this case actually was favourable for the flamethrower to use the wall there for cover. Nice work there. Support got for Pineapple, can actually rush out a flame Osttruppen, which would definitely be bad news for Micmillan. Of course, Micmillan's bringing up in the 2nd field gun. And he's also gone for shock rifle. So, looking like here Micmillan will pull off the good old heavy tank stall strategy, as seen by many other players before him. So he'll be using the double field guns to shut down any heavy armour, oh well, medium armour basically, and bring out his heavy armour, and then support the heavy armour with the divisional field guns as well. It's going to certainly make things a bit tricky there for Pineapple here versus Micmillan. The West here constantly pushing back the Osttruppen. Mine goes off here, so Osttruppen dead, but to Pineapple, they are merely chaff to be expended in service of the greatest cause of all, Deutschland. Is this gone out, leaving Micmillan? Troops are being surrounded by conscripts. There you go, we do get the Osttruppen flak pants out for Pineapple and the Red Army. Swarm of infantry charges at the fuel point. The Osttruppen surrounded, outnumbered, are forced to flee, abandon their attempt at denying Micmillan more fuel. Mines up here, good work by Micmillan. He may also consider just throwing down a ton of flare mines. They can also bleed out the opponent. Nothing further going on in Micmillan's space. Of course, he's going to need the mechanised armour company up. He may also want to do a fuel catch to make it easier to go for the IS-2. Meanwhile, Pineapple cancels the Osttruppen, actually goes to the Panther 4. Not entirely sure I'm a big fan of that one. Thinking Osttruppen still would be much better here, but I'll wait. Panther 4's also work out. And note here that Micmillan's actually ambushing both his field guns, ready to, well, unleash a surprise of sufficient magnitude there against Pineapple's armour, if he can spot it. On this case, the flame for a half-tack. So there we go, first shot goes off. I'm not quite timed up, but still gets the flame for half-tech there. Pineapple can only watch as his flame for half-tech bursts into flames. A ball of fire and fascism. Panther 4 then moving out here on the eastern side there for Pineapple. Troops have been forcing healing as always. Going for tier 4. Pineapple maybe having some ambitious ideas that could actually further enable Micmillan's IS-2 stall strategy, and certainly with the double field guns in ambush mode, he should be sensing that he's going to be hit by an IS-2, so not necessarily a big fan there of Pineapple's move, but we'll of course have to get pounds out. Just on the west side, of course, Marmalade they're killing some machine guns. There you go, field gun bombarding, once more unleashing hell there, a full barrage machine gun utterly stonked there by Micmillan's field guns. Nice work there. He's actually making good use of them with the ambush mode, really. I mean, 2 thumbs up there. You actually rarely see coordination in that sense. I mean, yeah, you gotta admire that. Osttruppen there, recruiting the machine gun, pulling away with it. It looks like he has lost an Osttruppen squad there. Up north here, Conscript against an assault there, but the Panzer needs backed up. The Osttruppen to provide some fire support. There's the Panzers pulling in. Flashing out here, Micmillan's infantry unable to withstand such numbers and tactics. More engineers out there for Micmillan, probably to get some minesweepers going. He may be worried about any mine plant because he saw his opponent lay demands down right in front of his damn eyes. Will he be going for... Yeah, he has to go for the heavy panzer corps, I guess. We got more panzers there for Pineapple, bring up more infantry. Very good. Usually at some point you'll want more assault infantry like panzers when you got Osttruppen, since again they will be absolutely critical, since even the light machine guns, the Osttruppen are not very good on the offense. Not at all. So you kind of need panzer grenadiers, or at least maybe also the artillery field officer to really sort of carry the day. Parents of 4 being repaired. Panzer squad number 2 almost done. We got 327 to 420. Micmillan clearly intending to blaze through his opponent there with flamethrowers and possibly flamethrower tanks. Cheeky breaky. Comes on the west side there. Osttruppen in there. Panzer holding up the western victory point there for Deutschland. Panzer will set the Osttruppen there, causing heavy damage, forcing them away. Centre there, we got trenches being dug in, preparing for the next Soviet assault. We got light machines with the Osttruppen. Very cheap upgrade for them. So it does give them some nice firepower boost, but still doesn't make them assault troops. I'd like giving some machine guns, maybe some other changes that they could become assault troops, but not with an LMG-42. No. No. Just no. Panther sending out for Pineapple. Troops reinforcing healing, moving westwards to the Panzergrenadiere. And you've had fun for the trench. There you go, double field in the Panther 4. Seems like he forgot about the field guns and the ambush here that Micmillan unleashes furiously. Nice work there, Micmillan. Again, Pineapple really needs to stop taking some more seriously. And they're losing one of his pioneers, and the Osttruppen pioneer there to the Panther 4, setting off the S-mines. Bit of a rough situation. We got field opening up the trench here. Need to be careful of that trench in the far west here. We got the Conscript being swarmed by Panzers and the Osttruppen. Double Panzers, in fact, not Osttruppen. And there we go. Conscript being absolutely annihilated here by Pineapple's intense infantry assault there. Almost, in fact, got a wipe, possibly in 2 there if he'd gone really lucky. Brutal loss there for Micmillan. Needs to rush up to deal with that. He's got the mechanized armor coming up. IS-2 still some time away, and with the hit there on the west of the fuel pump will take some more time. He could consider shock troops just for more pressure than Pineapple's infantry. Trench being bombarded. Panzers laying down the sandbags, preparing for a cannon attack. Thumbs up there to Pineapple. Trench there withstanding shot after shot there from the divisional field guns, but they can only withstand so much. And there you go, the trench collapses. Panzer almost good to go there once more for Pineapple. Heavy Panzer Corps, no sign of that. He's going to probably need Stugs or to sort of help deal with the IS-2. Still need to launch a counter attack to get back to the western field. He may also get to the putting more pressure on the right flank again. 319 versus 405. Victory points. Also, they're being hauled forwards here by sheer will of Pineapple's furious orders. And using West to deal with the Panzers there, of course, well, the flamethrowers can of course help deal with it if they weren't being focused down first. Field guns opening up, they're obviously looking to knock away the cover there, the Panzergrenadiers. Not enough for the bombardments there. Got an MG42 within the church. Manned by Osttruppen, causing a problem there for Micmillan's infantry. And the 32nd Tank Corps. More fire there. Really intent again, as you can see, then taking out the carbine instead. This light bit of burned out barrels absorbing every hit of the anti-tank guns. Bit of somehow these sort of bits they can actually work out in favour of and some weird things there. It can be very annoying. Panther 4 setting out, they are swimming in as well. They're launching out a flank here on Micmillan's flank. They're very good, engaging in the machine gun position. Good hit there, down to half of the machine gun. Osttruppen though find their assault is very much thwarted as they get pinned down. As unlike the Panzer 4, they're not tanks. Field guns are ready to open up in the Panther before. Need to be careful with that one. But does get away there unscathed this time around. Ground back the western victory point. Seizing the western fuel point. Troops healing reinforcing. Closing on IS2. They still feel like a fuel cache would be an excellent investment for Micmillan. Would have been excellent some time ago. Here versus Pineapple, who's quickly in the centre. Very good. Consider maybe another trench. Machine gun here behind a wrecked tank. Panzerfear. Bit of quality between the two sides. We've got the heavy Panzer Corps here from Pineapple. Well, at this rate, he actually ended up responding to the IS-2 with a Panther of his own if he wanted to. Field guns there wrecking the car, forcing the machine away. Got trenches up there from Pineapple. Making reasonably good use of the doctrine. We've got so far Osttruppen entrenching tools being actively used, and we got supply drops. All need to use an ID artillery field officer and the Brave artillery support. Got full doctrinal bingo. Meanwhile, Micmillan has used the ambush camouflage in the field guns, which again is actually impressive, but nothing else. Panzer was there for Pineapple. Wonder if we actually see the artillery field officers since they have very good synergies together. Guns pushing here to take front for the Panzer with the Osttruppen. And of course now machine gun setting up here a kill zone that Micmillan's infantry will not be able to just push through with sheer numbers. He will need some support there to breach it, otherwise he's just going to keep throwing away men there and feed Pineapple's machine guns. Which is overall not very productive for him. Panzer over there, right about done. Bit of mistake obviously from Pineapple. He may of course assumed his opponent's IS-2 further away, but he's going to then only have really a Pack 40 and a Panzer IV to try and stop the IS-2, which is going to be mildly put a bit ambitious. Troops reinforcing healing. Micmillan very close there. Again, fuel cache, really an excellent, but also of course then allow him to much more easily follow up after the IS-2 with additional armour. So it's not like, you know, Micmillan's doing anything right there when Pineapple's clearly making mistakes. Oh, they got the Panther ready. And we do get the artillery field officer, of course a great unit on his own. Basically a cheaper assault grenadier escort with a bit more utility in return for a bit less firepower. But then again, you get access to coordinated barrages, smoke barrages, diversion, the inspiring aura, and of course heavy mortar barrages. So, like, he's pretty good. In particular when you do have a Panzer, in which case he gets really great. And there you go. Panzer unleashing hell here. So, oh, there you go. Can't hold up behind Noble Blitz. Found themselves mildly inconvenienced by the rocket barrage. That's impressive there for Pineapple. Of course, with the artillery field officer, he gets a second go at it. And there you go. But Barnes this time, I think the machine gun puts in the house. Rockets this time come crashing down and almost kills everyone in it. Much better there. So, as you can see there, a very handy ability there. And certainly if you are going for Osttruppen, you are going for tier 4, you really should remember to get the officer out. You haven't already, because I mean in the event he's just great, but really just with the Panzerwerfer you can just really do some naughty stuff to your opponent. So good work there by Pineapple. 2 thumbs up. Panzer does the conscripts. And there you go, got the IS-2 tank off him. He's got almost 500 fuel. I mean, he's built 2 fuel caches. And again, probably had this out sooner. So definitely inefficient play there by Micmillan. Definitely inefficient play. You should always strive towards efficiency. Continent on the west side here. Assault officer, the artillery field officer with the Osttruppen. And of course right now, Panel's in position, he's actually stuck. Though of course again he is helped by the fact again Micmillan does not try and maximise fuel income, so he can actually push out an IS-2 somewhat faster. And there you go, charging through here, there's only 1 Pack 40. Shoots, bounces off the IS-2's armour. That's great there. Officer pinned down to the ground, calling it smoke in time here. Not bad. Well, not quite in time. In fact, he dies. Heroically sacrificing him to perhaps save other men from being annihilated there by Micmillan's push. Their field is swing through the gap here made by the smoke artillery fire raining down in the building. Another Panzer barrage there, just unleashing barrage after barrage. He'll probably consider replacing the field officer, of course. And there you go, Rebel Artillery called in. Oh my, we actually got bingo here from Pineapple. We got doctrinal B-I-N-G-O. Bingo. Rebel Artillery going down here. Field guns being hauled away. There we go. Conscript Squad annihilated as the parish alongside a section of the wall there. Quite a blow there. We got Micmillan calling in shock troopers. Very good there. Oh, easily could have that sooner as well. Again, bit too inefficient there. I think he got too caught up in the IS-2 and sort of overlooked a lot of other things, but At this rate, he just needs the KV-8 and the incendiary artillery barrage. He's also have full doctrinal bingo. Panther on the weather for Pine, of course, in response to the IS-2 heavy tank, though, of course, 2 Stews could just as well, if not in some cases, better do the job better. Panther then we go, second artillery field officer up there for Pine, very good, very good. He's using the doctrine to his full extent. Panzerkampfwagen 5, they did get in there to the front line here for the 322nd Infantry Division. We got a total of 6 infantry squads here for Pineapple, of course 3 of them are Osttruppen, so perhaps not as big losses there. Osttruppen one between taking up the IS-2 as it charges in and with limited support. Micmillan here may actually want to bring out a mortar to lay down smoke to the zone, and I'll just keep pummeling Micmillan's positions. I'm Micmillan's for Pineapple's positions there. Panther bringing up the Pioneer squad here, Panther 4 they hang about as well. Panther almost on for Pineapple, it's about to hit. Panther versus Shock 2 was contributing to support as well. And there you go, Panther out here for Pineapple, the Panzerkampfwagen 5 has appeared, and as all this is happening, by he's also on the west side, they're hitting the field point there, thumbs up to Pineapple, 2 in fact. Good field presence there, Panzerkampfwagen 5 moving up, we got here Osttruppen ground the point, there's also the more expendable troops. Panther from firing here into the midst, they're bunched up, supporting infantry, rockets come crashing down, maximum crew almost taken out, Field all taking notable casualties. Also note that he's been busy laying down mines all over the place there, thumbs up to Panel on that one as well, and there you go, Panther engaged the guys too. One, most shots bound for 1 gets through the IS-2's arm. There you go, S-Man. I don't think doing any damage to the Panther. Maybe a bit of light, I don't know. Oh, Panther's taking some damage. There you go, Fielding's opening up as well. Oh, they're shooting at the trench, interestingly enough. He may want to stay up for the incendiary artillery barrage to just hit this position and push ahead. Officer opening up. There you go. Coordinator barrage allowing the Panther again to fire once more. There you go, catch more troops there to try to get out of here. The situation in the cemetery could find themselves buried, and field gun crew almost annihilated. Conscript almost taken out as well there. Good lord. He is really just getting some serious value out of that Panzerwerfer with the artillery field officer. In the west side, we have Conscript going for the western field point there. Looks like an awesome squad did perish in service of Deutschland. Panther being fixed up. He needs to hold back the IS-2 for repairs. He needs to bring up more army here as well. Troops healing and enforcing there for Micmillan. Officer pushing there for the cover point. Micmillan under a lot of pressure here from his opponent. Panther moving up, there you go, bang grenade on the conscript, force retreat there. Oh, he managed to bait them out of the cover, almost landed a full wipe there. Thumbs up to Pineapple, that was a great throw. Actually, they're almost good to go east, up to get the Panther moving up here. Trying to deal with the Shock 2, trying to push further east. The 18th situation now for Micmillan, he is really just being pinned here to the wall by Pineapple and the German army. He's going to have to find some way of getting himself more operational freedom versus his fascist opponent. He could find himself being crushed soon. Back here, troops reinforcing, bring up some tanks to support himself. Be a great move, to be honest. T-34 on HU-5 tanks, so it could also work out. I suppose that's the more bold maneuver. The KV-8 heavy flamethrower tank. Comes to the Panther on the west side. Though at long range, the country had a good chance there. Right, so they're dealing with the officer. Officer probably should retreat soon. Probably shame here for Pineapple to lose another officer. Comes there, being hammered by the rocket to stand out in the open. Again, good use of the Panzerwerfer there by Pineapple. I was about to call them Pineapple Werfer. Now a bit off. Smoking line to retreat. Allowed the Pack 4 to retreat. Thumbs up to Pineapple. Really just solid use of the officer and his units and generally abilities. Very impressive stuff. Very impressive. Back here, field guns good to go once more. Both half eight vets need 2. Infantry advancing the western fuel and victory point. We got 13 was on 82. Pineapple's really mentioning things around him in terms of victory points against the opponent. Micmillan really needs to, I think, turn the heat on. Pineapple needs to pull off some good maneuvers and start to use his resources more efficiently. Definitely feel like that's again been that area really just allowed Pineapple to sort of really swing the game around here. Gets from again, which is again that not frightfully efficient uses there. Could we see the incendiary artillery barrage here to maybe help deal with the trench and such? Yes, we got some incendiary artillery off. Probably use the artillery and shoot at other things around the machine guns since it kind of makes it a bit redundant. There you go, caught the MU-34 in the sea of fire, moving the Panthers a bit. Still the IS-2's falling back. Field guns are ready to support. Panther, of course, holding out at the outskirts of the cemetery there. In the south, Panther holding on. Panther for almost ready to fire again. Still field officer there with 3 kills. Troops are healing and enforcing. What is Micmillan planning here for the Red Army? Making another push here. Field guns being ambushed. Hidden away. Camouflaged. obfuscated. And they go. Bit of hits on the IS-2 and the Panther. Both close to Veteran 2-1. But the IS-2 with notably more kills than the Panther. Very good here, but there you go. Pack shoots up in this world. The IS-2 taking damage. We need to be careful about staying around too long. There you go. Feels something from the Panther too, using those to sort of bait in the IS-2. There you go. Target weak point on the IS-2, but there you go. Field guns almost taking out the Panther. The IS-2 still needs to get out of there. Cannot risk any more with the Pack 40 here. Panther shoots, misses. Panther barrels once more, leashing hell. Trying to silence the field guns once and for all, but once more, slightly off the mark there. Still gets him kill on the maximum. On the far right flank, we got a deep flank here. Pan with his Panther 40. Semi-deep flank here. Great hit from the IS-2. Need to cover that. IS-2 though. We got artillery support called in here, I think, by the officer. Yes, indeed. Was it smoke? No, I think it's artillery support here. More Panzerwerfer barrage. Death called in there. Hey, mortar bombs. Just so much artillery called in by one officer. A true hero of the fatherland. And now he calls in smoke. Good lord. Pineapple is just pressing all the buttons there. Absolutely solid use of the village there by Pineapple. Second Panzerwerfer there, not a shot. I'm a big fan of that one. I think more infantry would do better than maybe, I don't know, an Ostwind or Sturm Panzer or Panther if that's possible, but I guess we'll leave it to Pineapple so far, since he's done quite well with the Panzerwerfers. Another one may actually just work out, but it could also be the thing that last Micmillan just, push through there, since again, with more armor on the field, if Micmillan gets that, second Panzerwerfer is not going to be like the greatest stop against that. More Panzer, there we go, cancels it, probably the better move there. Micmillan can go for any piece of armor he wants in this mechanized armor company, but he seems hesitant. He definitely needs not to be in his to make a choice soon. Got 305 is under 35. He really can't afford again because he's, bleeding out of victory points. He needs to make a decision soon. Make up his mind. But he's actually just one KV8 away from also having doctrinal bingo himself, which is actually surprisingly rare with the Swords and Shock Rifle because most of them, for example, never use the anti-tank gun ambush tactics. Even they do end up using stuff like the KV8. But he's really flooding resources. They need to stop doing that. Bit of a bad habit there. Smoke over comes the MD-34. Good move. Maximum at ace level. 9 kills. So that's 2 almost good to go. We got a mortar on the way though. Cancels it. Cancels it. I mean, mortar I don't think was a bad pick. We got a T-34 from 6. Also good pick from Micmillan. Just basically any pick at this point is, I think a good one, as long as it's not something utterly silly. Using the Eastern Victory Point, got the field guns ambushed up ready to try and catch up any fascist counterattack with tanks. Hit him Western Point with the Panzer gun to do that. T-34 from 6 almost done there, and Micmillan's tankists will be ready to overwhelm the fascists. There you go. One way moved away there. Perhaps a mistake. There you go. Ambushed here. Slightly awkward timing. Second field gun to try and bring in support, but doesn't. Almost got the Panther 4 there, but he does get away. He does get away. Missed opportunity, I think, there with Micmillan. Missed opportunity, but not the end of the world either. Back to bleeding out Pineapple and his fascist friends. Officer moving up here. Panther almost ready to fire again here. Need to cover that officer though. Foresight, consort wiped out by the sound of it. Field gun wiped out. That's actually a significant loss there since that was a veteran one. And we got smoke called in again on the Maxim. Good work of using smoke there with Pineapple. Panther and Panther 4 there. Destroying the field guns, attempting to. Huge clouds of smoke in the far west. We got Max with the Panther stopping them up from ground the Western Victory Point. Good work there. 281, 125. T-56 and versus the Panther on its own. It's not going to wake up. It's going to need the field gun and the IS-2. Holding back the T-34, I think was the right move there. Grab the center point, but the Contras are heavily depleted. They are wounded. Another field gun there from Micmillan and the Red Army. Comes to flank the MD-34. IS-2 moving up. Field gun there providing support there. Good on the Panther. Good activity again. Anti-tank grenade damaging the engine. Impossible mistake here with Pineapple. Could risk losing the Panther with a bit of bad luck. IS-2 does not turn in to exploit this opportunity though. Panther firing off again. Machine gun crew wiped out. Field gun Maximum there survives. Collected. Grab machine gun turn against Pineapple possibly here. Panther still not falling far behind though. It still feels a bit awfully risky there by Pineapple. Oh, there you go. Just about to lead to the base. He gets, it destroys the machine gun, not fires at the Panther. Panther 4, they're close to Veteran 2. Panther half 8 to Veteran 2. Apparently, of course, Micmillan is not aware that his opponent's got out there. He's just taking more cautious move that he just wants to draw the centre victory point, not trying to exploit any further advantage of his opponent. I think he should try to be more aggressive there. Also exploit more on the west side there. Plenty of fuel though. He's also not full pocket. Again, smoke screen again here from Punch to support his attacks. Thumbs up there to Parnell once more. He's really doing good work there. The officer's really paying off big time for him. And he's calling another coordinated barrage. Good work there. Where it lands, who knows? Oh, right on the max on the field guns and the engineers causing staggering casualties. Half eight of HT3 there. Panther 4 moving up here. Comes caught in the crosshairs. Panthers moving up as well there. Panther 4 misses. And the Panther 4 summons the damaged engine. Osttruppen, they're about to get wiped out here in the far west. Another push here is holding by the Maxim again. Looks like forgot about it. Could get the Panther in there to try and clear out the building there. No fires into the centre here of the map as Micmillan swarms forth like a crimson tide of socialism. Maxim almost wiped out. Pineapple finally going for an MG42. Deciding he needs something with a bit more suppressive firepower versus Micmillan. Panther 4 getting ready 2 as the shock trooper squad suffers a punitive blow there. Panther moving about here. Field guns moving up to try and engage that Panther 4. Shot bounced. Pretty lucky there for Pineapple. Field guns repositioning once more. Panther 4's good to go in. We got the officer getting ready. He's also very close to the ace level. IS-2 T-54 both in down repairs to Micmillan and the 32nd tank core. And there you go. Panther's taking hit here from the divisional field guns. Pack cleared out. That's going to hurt a bit. Not the biggest loss of the current state of affairs, but still a bit awkward. In particular, it's going to hurt a bit more if Micmillan succeeds in time. So there you go. Officer being expended to try and... Oh, that was actually really close. He almost managed to destroy it, but the officer just able to get his men on it just in time. Very close shave there for Pineapple. Very close. You got 256, 255, that's 120 there. Those two once more fit for the fight here for Micmillan and the Red Army. Half 8 of it on that one, 16 kills. The Panthers in these. T-54 shoots, misses. Another Panther barrage here. More damage being inflicted. More casualties piled up on the Soviet Ota 4. Back here, troops in reinforcing. IS-2 sitting out there, half 8 to veteran 2 still. We got Panther engaging, now getting into 2 shots and added. IS-2 quick to fall back, giving the Panther the gold time skin up. Shoots, bounces, IS-2 or Panther gets meanwhile another penetrating in the IS-2. Panther dealing with a flank attempted by the shock troopers. Still not much happening in this quadrant of the map. Better notice I think there by Micmillan. Another push for the centre, only to be met with fierce resistance here from Micmillan and the Red Army. Panther I think needs to reconsider his tactics here versus Micmillan on the centre, as Micmillan certainly seems a bit tough to get rid of now with the IS-2 and more tanks. Panther sitting out there. Looking to do some light damage with machine guns, maybe snap a so tank or twice. Oh! Panther taking him downfield. Panther got perhaps a bit too close there. Panther back down to half health. Took a lot of damage there, a bit of a mistake there. Pineapple almost cost him. The Panther, there you go. Pack 14 back to him. The T-54 from 6. Push it for the north of the Panther. There's no smoke stream down. We got the Panther there unleashing hell on the field guns. Comes caught in the barrage instead and annihilated in a cloud of rockets and doom. There was nothing left behind. Panther almost fixed up. Panther fall back. We got the IS-2 sending out here for Micmillan. Shoots in the field officer. Misses sort of. Maximum pressure in the field officer again. Caught in smoke. Very conceived ability there by Pineapple. IS-2 take a few hits there. Falls back for now. Close to Vetchi 2. And we got the KV-8. We actually get doctrinal bingo from both players. From Doctrine to rarely seen bingo. Impressive. Panther barrage this time mixes the mark, and another officer bites the dust. Panther response to the Austrian Flak Panther. I feel like a strong Panther could work out just as well. Maybe, but a Flak Panther probably is better overall. It's more utility in a lot of ways. But Micmillan remains stubbornly dug in here, despite how much artillery Panther just pulls into the centre. Micmillan is not budging. No, he cancelled the KB for T-34-16. Yeah. Understandable. The KB sent with a great clearing up machine gun infantry and supporting weapons. Another Panther barrage there. Go ace level. Trying to force out the maximum of Western Berlin. Finally remembers there's a place as well. 35 kills on the Panther. Good work there. Far south, he's got the Panther going for the shock to the eastern victory point. We got 219 versus 120. Smoke grenade off there. Petrol blast up at the Panther 4. Panther for the shock troops. T-5 was almost done. And Panzer's pushing ahead. Here we got artillery support called in. Possibly in the church building there. No, it's not looking. Oh, here again. Having the field guns around, but this time they are not. That cemetery has very much at this point been utterly desecrated and defiled. I don't think a single tombstone has been left standing. Anything that has been buried, I think, has been either further buried or knocked into the sky. Panzer Max, and there's the Panzer there being slowly murdered out. T-Fed force hanging back in reserve for Micmillan. Could try and launch up some sort of armoured flank here. Hit the support weapons, maybe catch. Panel off guard here. Take out the Panzerwerfer on the west side here. Max about cleared up the Panzer. Couldn't move up the tank support there. He isn't. We got 109 down on 20. Now we got a steep flank being set up at Panel and the Austrian being up here for the south. Very good there. Could be a possible big push with Micmillan, which could defeat him as currently his positions are a bit scattered. Seems to struggle a bit here with the manoeuvres of Panel and the attacks on the flanks now. So that could, of course, allow for further flanks. T-Field response into the Panzer in the far west. Need to get them out of there. Schnell. Max also cleared out there. Panzer forming up there. Got another artillery field officer out here. Panzer first good to fire as well. This could possibly it. A final large engagement. Still getting the feeling here of this being set up. Pioneers pushing forwards, backed up with the Panther. Panther waiting in reserve. Osman also still waiting in reserve position to engage. Field is opening up here. Ace level. Panther taking heavy damage on top. Panther forming up. Pack moving up as well there. Flak Panther far south is still immobile here. What is he planning with it? If he is planning anything. Panther, there we go. Strikes and knocks out one of the field guns. One survives still. Maxim gets away surprisingly unscathed from that hellish barrage there. Far west T-Fed falling with infantry support. Austrian remains inert for now. 199 versus 100 points. Looks like Panab's big assault. Oh, he's now moving in the Austrian into the base. He's raiding Micmillan's space while he's still focused on the front line there. Cheeky, but effective here. Could further outstress and Micmillan's or extend it with more potential avenues of attack. He has to ward himself against. Flak Panther there. Gets a pension hit in the rear of the eyes too. Panther, they could try and blitz. Could have blitzed in a bit soon, maybe do a bit of extra damage there to the rear. There go, hits a man instead. Mistake there, Panther possibly. Panther 4, less than half health, close to the ace level there. Shot bounces from the field gun. Lucky Pineapple there. Sent over scope with the officer. Could call another Panther for barrage here as well, of course. But it's all defining. We have 44 kills on. There you go, calls another barrage here as well. Just unleashing barrage after barrage. An unending carpet of rockets and death. Bit late there though. Panther 4 needs to get out of the Austrian flank support, but I don't think it's not quite waking up. There we go. Panzer the good try and rush in to assist here. Can't take heavy damage. Flank Panther got support here. Panzer will need to get moving, I think. Might have a chance there. Field on shoot misses. Conscious bounce up in front of the Flak Panther. Could risk heavy casualties. Double anti-tank grenades. Panzer going to need to still not moving. T-Fed 46 moving in. Panther moving down there. Eyes 2 imminent here from Micmillan's heavily damaged. We got 25 kills on the Panther there. Gains the ace level. T-Fed 46 down to half health. Field guns about to get knocked out there as well. Panther is still not moving. In the center. T-Fed 1 going for the Osman. Almost got it. Both field guns haven't been cleared out. T-Fed 46 is about to get knocked out as well. The Eyes 2 shoots. Doesn't do much there. T-Fed 46 hit with a heat round. Or heat shell. Or target weak point, whatever. Almost knocking out there. Panther moving ahead there. 7 kills. Ace level. Building collapses. Ostrom squad. And neither of the his remaining Ostrom squad. Destroying the field guns. Missing an opportunity to take out the Eyes 2 and the T-Fed 46. We got 199 versus 93. Could grab the center victory point there. That was a brutal engagement there. Micmillan for up in HV5. Tank destroyer here. Pineapple's Panther ace here needs to be careful. Directed in the R2, but this time already repaired. Panzer's in position there. Ace level. 18 kills. Machine in the center. We got Tilify raining down again. Hit. Causes considerable casualties. Micmillan's infantry engineers and shock troopers. Obliterators are too close to the Eyes 2 there, which got a Very fresh coat of red paint. Panzer going for the western victory point there. Micmillan's now suffering increasingly high pressure then. He's going for the KV-8 flamethrower tank now. He's cancelled the issue 5 pound design. He needs to murder the infantry harder. Not entirely sure the KV-8 is the right choice. In fact, I think it isn't, but that's Micmillan's choice to make at this point. Drizzlings repressed and murdered. Rockets losing hell on the Maxim. KV-8 halfway done for Micmillan, the Red Army. We might still get that bingo. At what cost do we get that bingo? Double bingo specifically. At what cost? Will it be worth it? Well, eyes do there. Halfway to it. T3 also halfway fixed. We got 66 for 199. Things are really taking against Micmillan here in the Red Army. There we go. We do get the KV-8 flamethrower tank out for Micmillan. No matter what, it arrives. Meaning double bingo, ladies and gentlemen. Truly a magnificent day. Shock 2 pushing out the panzer group there. Need to hit for the western point now. Rush the eastern one if possible as well. Panzer moving in there. Very close. They've been getting the contract there. Lots of engineering has been lost. Eyes 2 on the move once more for the Red Army. Got the Osttruppen moving westwards there. KV won't be able to do anything against it. But what does he intend to do with the KV? Of course, is another question. Almost got the western leg. We got 30 versus 199. Ace Panther versus the Eyes 2 versus 2. Both bouncing shots of each other. Bouncing again. Wow. There you go. Penetrating hit. And the north here. We got the shots right with the Ostwind. We got 22 versus 199. Moving for the western point here. Pack backing up here. KV going for a flank here on the pack. And the punches are very good there. Could cause some heavy damage there too. Pineapple's infantry. It's a problem, but will it be enough? No! The building gets caught in the way and the KV just keeps shooting. Burning a shed. Eyes 2 down as well to the pack. Panther combo. This is a bad day for Micmillan. Now he's down against 12 points here. 10. KV-8 hit with the target weak point right front, and now Ace Pack and Ace Panther being absolutely pounded. There you go. Micmillan surrenders. A loss here for the Red Army. A victory for the German one. A brutal engagement here on Lost Glide. It was close to times for Micmillan, but in the end I feel like he, in terms of tech and like resource efficiency, was a bit behind. Should have gone for fuel caches maybe, and of course dropped the eyes too fast, and then other stuff fast as support. I think he'd been in a much better position. You also feel like at times got too passive, which gave Pineapple more initiative and freedom of movement, which really was something Pineapple exploited much more compared to the time when Micmillan that gained it, and then he just didn't really do much with it. So good play with Pineapple. Great use of his abilities as well. I think was also crucial at many times. So 2 thumbs up there. So I hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Links and Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow again from the next episode.